Hey guys, welcome to Ben Wrenchin. My name is Ben and today I'm wrenching on my 2004 Honda Accord. Today I'm going to be changing out the AC accumulator, which is located right here in front of the car. This is going to be pretty simple, so I will get right into it. I've seen a few videos of people taking off the grill and the plastic trim piece above here, but I think I can get to it. Right inside there is a 10mm bolt that we need to take out on that bracket. And then at the bottom of the accumulator is one more 10mm bolt. So those two bolts are all that's holding us back from getting this off, and I think I can reach them through here. So I'm gonna try to do it without taking the grill off. And just a quick reminder, anytime you're doing AC work, you wanna make sure that you've got gloves and safety glasses. Right here at the bottom of the condenser, I can get my ratchet up through here. And through there, you can see how I can get my socket right on that 10mm bolt. It's a tight squeeze, but I can get in there. I'm gonna break that loose and then loosen up that bracket. This is a pretty tight squeeze. But this swivel head ratchet lets me swing the ratchet handle forward, and then I can get a little bit more leverage on it. And I can just reposition and keep loosening it just a little bit, probably basically one click at a time. This is going to be a heck of a lot quicker than taking off the grill and all that other stuff too. And I will figure out how to tighten it back up once I get the new one on. But I imagine I'll be able to do it the same way that I'm doing it now. And this is really not too bad. It's a little awkward and it's going to take some time, but I'll get it off. And my hands are blocking my light source, but I can get two hands in here. So I don't have a great way to get good lighting on this, but I am able to get two hands inside the grill and get some good leverage on this bolt with this swivel head ratchet. So I think the bolt just broke. Yeah, I think it did. So either the bolt broke or we got it all the way off. I can confirm that I did break the bolt, so it is now stuck in the condenser. So if that happens to you, you might need to get a new condenser. I could probably stand to get a new condenser anyway. The top half of the fins look okay, but this bottom half, they're all smashed up. There's bugs stuck in it. It's probably time to change this condenser too. But I'm cheap, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this accumulator out, get it swapped out since I already have the part, and I will see if that does the trick. So now I've just got this one 10mm bolt down here, and I'll go ahead and spray it with some PB Blaster so that I don't have the same problem with this one. You'll want to put some PB Blaster on that top bolt before you try to take it out, unless you want to have the same problem I just had. So I'll let that soak for a little bit, and then I'll try to take this bottom bolt off. And after giving that some time to soak in, I'm going to go ahead and try to get this bottom bolt off. This bolt is also a 10mm, and this one's coming out way easier. So definitely use PB Blaster for both of these. I don't think that mounting bracket bolt is going to hurt anything to not have it, but we'll see when we get the new one mounted up there. Alright, and that really was not too bad. So you can get to this thing without taking the grill off. I really didn't take anything off. All I did was use this 10mm socket, get both of these bolts out, and then I will snake this accumulator out of here somehow, some way. Alright, and I can't take that bolt out fully. I don't have enough clearance, but I can go ahead and take the accumulator off since the bolt is out of there. So I'm going to try to do that. I should say before you do any of this, you need to make sure that your AC system is empty. If you don't know if it's empty or you don't know what you're doing, please don't try this. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. Yeah, there we go. And with a little bit of hissing and gurgling, we got it out. That was not too bad. And as you can see, this thing was pretty clogged up. So it was definitely time to change this out. And comparing the old one to the new one, they are the exact same length, they're the same size, and the ports look the same, so we're in good shape there. I will link a new accumulator in the description. I got this one off Amazon in a pack that came, I think, with a compressor that I changed out, and I will be doing a compressor on this Honda also. But I'll link one of these in the description. So these ports do look to be the same size, but we do have the threads for the bolt on one side, so this can only go in one way, and we'll have to line up these threads with the bolt that's going to go through it. This thing has all kinds of stuff in it, so I'm going to clean this out the best I can. But your best bet is going to be to take out that condenser and either replace it or clean these ports out before you put a new accumulator in there. My guess is this is all desiccant from the old accumulator leaking, so I'll get as much of it out as I can and hope that there are not O-rings in these ports. I can't imagine there wouldn't be, but who knows. Alright, so after pulling out as much of that stuff as I could, I'm ready to plug in the new one. I just want to make sure that threaded hole is facing forward. And so I'm going to go in like this and push that right in where it's supposed to go. Try to seat it down the best I can, and now I'll reach in and get that bolt started. This is not as awkward as it looks. It's difficult with a camera in your face. but I can actually hold the accumulator and get this bolt started with one hand. So I will pull down on this accumulator and tighten the bolt as much as I can, and do the same thing again. And I went ahead and put gloves on instead of getting AC juice all over my hands. So I'll go ahead and tighten this bolt down and see if it will cinch the accumulator down on those ports. I'm sure there's a better tool for this, but this is working just fine. And as I tighten that bolt, this is getting tighter right there, so we are in good shape. So I'm just going to keep tightening this down. Alright, so this really wasn't too bad at all. Hardest part was keeping this socket lined right on that bolt to tighten it down. But I got it pretty tight, so I'm going to call that good. I did not put the bracket back on because that bolt is broke off in that mounting bracket. I'm hoping that's going to be okay. I'm going to need to change this condenser anyway. So this is really more just to see if changing out the accumulator is going to help this system. It looks pretty tight, looks pretty flush, and I know the bolt is tight. So I think I'm in good shape there. Either way, I can always change this out again when I do change the condenser. But the good news is I was able to change out that accumulator without taking anything off. So you can't take off this grill, makes it a little bit easier. So you would pop out all these plastic rivets and take this plastic panel off, and then the grill is held down by plastic rivets down at the bottom right here. So you could pop both of those off and get a little bit easier access, but I was able to do it without that. So next I will be changing out the compressor, and then I will recharge the system and see if that takes care of my AC problems. Anytime you change the compressor or really any components, you want to change out the expansion valve, which is located right back there. I have a video for that too. And you want to change out the accumulator too, mostly because it's probably gunked up with a bunch of stuff like mine was. And it's worth changing out. It's a cheap part. It's easy to get to. And now we can change out the compressor and know that we don't have old parts that's got dirt and junk running through the system and that's gonna foul up our new compressor. So I'll post that video in the description once I get that done. Like I said, I have another video for the expansion valve. I'll put that in the description. But that is it for this video. So as always, thanks guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content on my 2004 Honda Accord, including all the AC work I'm doing. And I will catch you guys in the next video.